Um, it's always a great feeling to get a win, and one thing we definitely wanted to do coming into tonight was, walk out of here with a victory. And it's always important to try to protect your home court. That's one thing that we talked about. And overall, I thought every single player, all 8 of our players that got in the game tonight, I thought they did a phenomenal job bringing energy off the bench. IPFW is a very talented team. They're very disciplined. A lot of the sets they run, it's very difficult to scout and figure out how we're going to defend it, but I thought our players did a great job of sticking to the game plan, and it's a good feeling to walk out of here with our first W.
Coach, team said with some injuries. Talk about how big Troy Hendrick was tonight with 20 points and 8 rebounds.
Troy was huge for us tonight. And I kind of said all along from the very beginning, I thought this was going to be a breakout season for Troy, her last year, and expecting a lot of things from her. It's not just the offensive things that she brings for us, the 20 points. It's her defense, it's her leadership. And one thing we really wanted to do was take advantage of our inside game, whether that was with Troy or Molly and even Becca when she was playing the 4. And I thought this one sitting next to me, I thought she did a great job of calling the sets and knowing where we wanted to get the ball, where we needed to get the ball. And they had a hard time defending our inside game tonight, so we really wanted to take advantage of that.
We had the advantage on the boards. How important is it, to every game win the battle of the boards and control it?
Well, it's very important. And seeing how we didn't win the battle of the boards in our first game, that's something that we really put a lot of emphasis on in practice, but also understanding that we're not a very big team. We're usually undersized, no matter who it is we're going up against. And that's one thing we talked about that was a goal of ours, was to out-rebound this team tonight. And, it's not just with our big players, with Molly and with Troy. It's a team effort. And that's one thing we talked about with the guards was, when they shoot threes, most of the time those are going to be long rebounds, and we can't just take off and run to the other end and try to get in transition. It was definitely a team effort, and what do we have? We ended up with 40 rebounds. I just thought we did a great job of when the shot went up, we found a person, we boxed him out, we got the ball, we tried to get out in transition, and it was definitely something we tried to focus on tonight.
Can you just talk about how you thought the defense did tonight? IPFW only shot 35%. That's something we talked about focusing on. Can you just talk about how you did tonight?
Well, we want to be known as a pretty good defensive team. I thought the effort that we came out with from the very beginning defensively was we really wanted to set the tone early. Amanda Hyde, number 11 for them, she's a phenomenal player, and she's one of those players that you can't really put one player on her and try to shut her down, but you want to try to contain her. And our goal was to not give her more than 15 points tonight, and she ended up with 8. So that was definitely one thing that, we really wanted to key in on and know where she was at all times. And Haley Siebert, their point guard, she does a great job of finding open players, penetrating. And I thought once I switched Shorty onto her and said, take away her right hand, I thought she did a great job of pressuring her, taking her out of her comfort zone. And, we really wanted to focus in on our defense. We know that, offensively, we don't have enough weapons to outscore teams for the most part, so we really have to do a great job defensively. And overall, I thought the entire team, the players that started, the players that came in, I thought everyone did a great job defensively tonight.
And is it kind of a focus because it seemed like it not to let anyone really get in the lane or penetrate at all? Because it seemed defensively they really had to. Are you just forcing them to have to make their decisions passing, not to try to stop penetration?
Well, I think one thing that we've tried to do from day one is force everyone to the baseline and try to keep the ball out of the middle. Because when the ball gets to the middle of the floor, there's so many options that they have, and they can try to pick us apart. So from day one, we've really stressed forcing to the baseline, forcing to the sideline. which is completely different than what they've used to. So we're still trying to adjust to the way we want to play defensively. And we also wanted to switch up our defenses a little bit and not let them get comfortable seeing just one thing that we were running, going from our man defense to trapping the screens, to actually playing a little bit of a zone defense, and just tried to throw some different looks at them. And I thought our players did a great job of adjusting when we did switch our defenses.
Shorty, you had 5 points but 7 rebounds and 8 assists. Was that kind of your mindset heading into the game, kind of contribute all over the court instead of you have to be the main scorer?
My mindset for any game is just to get my teammates the ball. The biggest thing is trust. I trust that they'll make the right decision when I get it to them, and they trust me that I will get them the ball when they need it or when they're open. Yeah, that's my mindset.
Shorty, talk about the team's mindset, getting, coming off the opener, full week of practice, and then we get to stay home and play a couple of games this weekend. Did that set you guys at ease a little bit, kind of get you into a little bit of a routine?
I think it all comes down to one of our goals as a team is that we don't give up any home games. And that's a big goal for us, and we have accomplished it so far, and we just want to keep accomplishing that and just be successful at not losing any games on our home court.